can I hear that record?
Nah.
Oh,
The AP record? Nah.
I put mine out. I
Yo,
did mine
so
that evening and put it out. Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
yo,
I
so
did mine. When I say his name, don't say his name. I don't
It's
give
already
him no
been
play.
said.
I don't. You can
It's
say
already
we
been
talked about
It's
said,
him.
already
bro.
been said.
We
nah,
did.
that's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
we didn't talk about him though. We didn't talk
yeah.
about him though.
Luki
I
says,
thought
I
y'all
don't
was
want to
We
talk
talked about
about
him.
this
I
thing.
thought that was
Remember this thing that we did? I don't remember. We're not going to talk about it, though.
Yo,
Like,
I don't
this
want
is
to
the
say
thing.
his
Coming
name
into this
no more.
pause, coming
Yeah.
into this
Carl,
pause.
talk to this guy, man.
You know, I just found my cold open.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, yo, we back with issue number motherfucker 155 of the best motherfucker podcast. We here live
Shit.
motherfucking live and direct. Yeah, 155. But the funny thing is, the all-time podcast has like 156.
Yeah, they do. They're
Yeah,
fantastic. You got to check
yeah,
them
they
out.
do. Yeah, check out Carlson over there on the all-time podcast with Steve.
That's right.
Check it out.
My Montreal boys.
Yeah, Montreal, man.
Yeah.
Throw it up. I think that's what they do. I don't think so. But anyway, Primo Jab, how are you, my guy? Word.
You know, I'm doing all right, man. While I'm in this safe place here, I just want to take some time out to talk about something, man, to really express
Oh
myself.
shit.
I was watching Team USA yesterday, or well, the other day, and man, LeBron sure is beasting over there, man.
What you gonna say bad about that brother, man? What you gonna say bad about him?
That's what I'm saying. I have nothing bad to say about him. In fact, I don't. I told my wife the other night. I said, you know what? I don't think I want to talk shit about LeBron no more
Well, if
because
he play like
LeBron was getting busy, boy. He was
pause.
throwing
Yo,
some passes. Hey
oh,
man, look. I don't have
oh,
nothing to say. And Joel Embiid too. But yo, shout out my esoteric Rock Marcy shirt, man. And look at it. It's sparkling even in the virtualities of the internet.
It is very nice. Very nice.
So indeed, keep that LeBron thought, you know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna get back to that later, you know what I'm saying? But Carl,
Word
how are
up.
you doing?
I'm fantastic. I'm repping a little
I seize it.
truly. Yep.
That truly
Shout out to
authentic,
Sub.
man.
Truly authentic. Hold on a
Hey
sec.
man, do not
Hall of Fame.
sleep. Do not sleep on that
And these are
truly authentic
super limited. So I
Yeah,
got real lucky. Sub gave me an early link for it. So
I jagged it off. I failed. I was supposed to, I also had that bonus link. Shout out Sub. I appreciate your generosity. And I blew it. I didn't get the shirt that I really wanted. I got a shirt that I wanted, and I'm sure it's gonna be dope, but I didn't get what I really wanted. So you
yeah,
gotta
this
move
one's
quick, man. I was like, oh, okay, I got the code. I was like, I'm an hour late, and it was gone.
Yeah,
It was gone.
I had an unexpected expense. I locked myself out the bathroom. I blame JC, but I probably did it and had a locksmith come, and it cost $180 for him to let me in my bathroom.
Yikes.
I was gonna bust the door down. Yeah, don't laugh at me, action figure. Anyway, y'all know, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can't tell who it is, we got action figure 973 in the building.
That's right.
Jersey. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Jersey.
Hell yeah, man.
What up?
Long time coming, man. Long time coming.
Pause, man. Pause,
Super
man.
pause. Super pause. Super pause.
Shout out for that link too on the new album, man. Like I listened to it
Yes.
a few hours ago. You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
y'all, man.
No doubt. Yo, the True Life, the True Life. I'm like, I forgot about that motherfucker. Is he still
Yeah,
living?
the true life was
Yo,
dope.
so let me tell you, yo, like a couple months ago, yo, I was eating at a local Applebee's out here, and fucking True Life walked in.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's
he
dope.
walked in with fucking Lobel. These niggas was having like they were having like a whole fucking meeting in a local Applebee's, bro. So yeah,
Wow.
man, that's True Life. Yeah, man.
Explain for those who may not know who Steve Lobel is, man.
I forgot who Steve was.
Well,
I
I'll
just
tell
know
you,
I just
he's a
knew he was
music
that way.
executive, man.
There you go.
He
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
very busy in the music realm. True Life, is all the way tapped in, man. So it's only
super
right. That's
tapped in.
good that he's maneuvering and doing his thing.
after we did that.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool to see him. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I know the history. You know what I mean? I seen the Beef DVD like a million times. Pause.
Word.
You know what I mean? And fucking just no, and you know what I mean? And also, like, I went to high school with like his niece. So like I used to joke on her. She used to like crack on my music back then. She used to say how garbage I was and shit. And then I would be like, nah, yo, I'm gonna call my deep on you and shit. And yeah, she'll get pissed. She'll be like, yo, my family went through a lot because of this shit. Like, yeah, I got you.
Hey, yo, man, stop commenting.
Hey, yo, that shit is wild.
That's
so like,
crazy.
Boom, so you Puerto Rican? Was you born in the States, Puerto Rican?
Nah, I mean, I was born in Hawaii, dude. I was born on a fucking
Word?
I was born on an army base, kid.
Oh,
shit.
wow, Army brat. Okay.
Yeah. Marine brat.
Nice. Hoorah.
Okay. Simplify, man. Fuck
Hoorah.
Yeah.
So you got mad stamps on your joint. You everywhere.
little bit. But I came to Jersey when I was 3, so I don't remember nothing about Hawaii. Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, man. That's some wild shit. Yeah. And true like Puerto Rican. Shit, man. That was the first song on the new joint, even though we don't want to give away too much, man. I like everything encompassed about, like, I'm not really a big wrestling fan, but you had all the comic book references in there and stuff in there. Like that's my name is Luke Cage. So boom, like you already know. That's like you already know that's my shit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, everything a lot of, I don't know, man. It's like I don't know, even with the eyes blacked out, kind of sort of. It's like Griselda. Like I remember when wrestling wasn't cool. It wasn't. Yeah, it was like it was for what
people used to make fun of you for that shit. Like in that shit.
Yeah, and now it's like
it's still not into wrestling.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say like everybody always gives me the whole it's fake, and it's not really. The sport itself isn't fake. It's predetermined, meaning like they know who's gonna win and who's gonna lose, and all that extra shit. But it's not fake at all.
You know, but the crazy thing is those same people watch reality TV, and most of that shit's scripted anyway.
It's scripted, yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know, at least wrestling's entertaining.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, movies are fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's not like Star Wars is real. You know what I mean? I had this argument. I mean, that would be sick.
I just want a lightsaber that works.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I'm still working on it.
Keep working,
on it,
Carl.
Yeah.
Wrestlers are athletes. I know. I get that. You know what I'm saying? Word.
A lot of cardio.
Man, a lot. To pick up a motherfucker that costs, that weigh like 200 pounds over your head and then drop that motherfucker, you gotta be in shape. So I get that.
Oh, the stamina, the cardio. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that they throwing themselves at the floor, you know what I mean? That says a lot too. And like, precision, actually like landing on a motherfucker, like it's a lot, man. I know it's a lot of science that goes into that. A lot of people wouldn't believe that, man, but there's a lot of like psychology that goes into wrestling. It's such an ill art form,
man.
Do you wrestle?
Nah, I don't wrestle.
No.
Nah, like I know a lot of wrestlers. I'm good. Like I'm cool with a lot of wrestlers, but I don't wrestle myself. I mean, I'm too old. I'm about to be 37. You know what I mean? So I'm chilling.
Yeah.
You know
You're the youngest one here, my friend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yo.
It's not all the time I'm the youngest guy.
Yeah, bars. Yeah, I said bars. Yo, boom. Yeah. 37 is a great age, man. I was still dunking at 37. Now it's a struggle, bro. It's definitely bad. So boom, boom. I don't want to give away who you are, because what is his name? MF Doom's name, Zev Love X. You can find people can go back and find. So if I be like, ask you a question, be like, yo, what was your name before fucking action figure? Someone might go back. I don't want nobody to see your face, G. That shit would be wild. I don't want that. I don't want that to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I take that serious. Yeah. So I wouldn't even tell you
say that then.
Because he often asks, were you always this rapper, or did you always go by this name, such and such?
Right.
But we don't want to ruin the mystery. So
but I think I don't think it's on anybody's mind unless you even say it.
Why'd you bring it
ask
up?
you this question that
I
just stated. Like, what are you talking about, man?
Because there's certain clues out there. Because like people have found Big Ghost. You know what I'm saying? Where they found?
No one's found Big Ghost.
Really?
Yes, they have. They found him.
Nah,
Big Ghost
I always thought Big Ghost was Lucha Cage.
I thought it was Carl.
It's not.
People. When I met Carl, everybody thought it was Carl. You know what I'm saying? It's not me.
Really?
But there's clues out there to give you who it is. Just like whenever I was watching, it's a video. He was on the subway, and you had the umbrella. You got on an umbrella, the joint with the fanzine. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Street Dreams.
Street Dreams. Like he was on that. Yeah.
That's
right?
not me, but that's not me. But
you didn't do it. You met the guy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I met him on. Yeah. I met him on the train, and what it was is when I met him, I saw he was holding packages that said Street Dreams fanzine. And I was like, yo. So when I saw him, I was like, yo, son. I was like, yo, you do Street Dreams. And I was like, yo, I think I got something. I was like, if I give you a song, would you put it on a tape? So he told me to send him the song. I sent him a song right then and there. And then he put it on the tape with, it was the Umbrella issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was the lead off. Yeah. So I was the lead off on that. So they really introduced me to the world. That was the first time. That was the first time an action figure record came out. It was the first time a beat came out. Anything.
Mm-hmm.
Was shit. So that's
indeed. And this man right here, he produces and he raps, man. But I want to know what you use to produce. I know you be digging for records all the time and shit like that. But what do you use to produce? What are your weapons of choice you be using, bro?
I mean, I got an MPD, the Akai MPD. I think it's a 224. So that's for like the finger drumming. I use Fruity Loops. And I got like a little $40 MIDI keyboard that I use, and that's it, man. It's not really much more than that. Few records, a record. I got a Crosley, you know what I'm saying? I should upgrade that, but you know what I'm saying? I use a Crosley for the records, just to play the records off. I just lined it into the computer and all that to focus, right?
True indeed. You don't need to upgrade the Crosley, G. If it comes to the computer, then we good.
Nah, but I mean, most people, every time I tell people, yo, I use a Crosley, they're like, why? You know what I'm saying? People snobs with record players and all that shit.
Yeah.
So
you gotta have
they always like, yo, you should upgrade that by now, you know? Yeah. Because most people always get like crazy shit. You know?
Yeah, Technics is not even that great. It's not like it's not.
The Technics 1200s were the standards for so long. That's all.
True indeed, but there's better stuff out there than that. I use Windows 7 still to record.
That's why.
It is.
Well, you still using Cool Edit and all that?
No, I use Pro Tools. I think 8. But my Inbox, I got the Inbox 1. And it doesn't integrate with Windows 10. So I had to go get a laptop from the thrift store that had Windows 7, and I still use Windows 7. I was like, I was looking. Oh, it hasn't been updated yet. We have to update this for you before you leave. I'm like, nah, I want this. I need this right here. Yeah. So yeah, I'm
if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, use the Crosley.
Exactly. Right?
I might as well get one of them. What them joints called? Carl, no, the motherfucking what's the Commodore 64? I need one of those. There you go.
Old school.
Commodore. Well, Free Loops and all that. So you've been rapping, then you started producing, digging for records, you know what I'm saying? Then the mask came, you know what I'm saying? And now we taking off, huh?
Yeah, now it's just, now it's, I say on one of my records, I say, now Luchador the bell of the ball, you know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's all it was, man. Really, that's how I got my start. Like if you go back on my Instagram and you dig deep, all the way back to the first post and all that shit, you're gonna see the Street Dream shit. Then you're just gonna see a whole bunch of beats, no face, just all beats, just fucking, you know what I'm saying? And then man, then the mask was in 2023. It was our first debut. So you got a whole full calendar. So you got a whole full calendar year to see just nothing but beats and just see me progressing. So I was progressing like in real time. Like I remember when my page would get like 5, 10 likes. Now it's like, you know what I'm saying? I get like 100, little numbers here and there for certain. Anytime I post a cover or a music video or something, people go.
Sure, indeed. It's a pretty good come up right there. You know what I'm saying? Conspiracy. That's why I come to realize. I said on the joint, I said, I remember you commented on the joint. I said, I hope this is the last guy with mask. That's what I said. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, because you know what it is, right? Like now, like I don't care so much about the people wearing masks, but the one thing that I've been noticing a lot of is just now a lot of people are starting to incorporate the luchador mask. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? They got to know where that like, obviously, where that originates from. And now all of a sudden, now everybody's like luchador. I get like people sending me fucking luchador rapper videos all the time now. I'm not into the whole, they're like, yo, you should do songs with all of them. I'm like, nah, I'm good on the mass rapper fucking circle jerk, you know what I mean? Pause.
That's right. Nah. Circle jerk, yeah. Yeah.
Nah, because it's like, like when I compare it to, it's like, like you guys got wives and shit. You guys, your wife ever go like chill with a friend from work, and they're like, oh, she got a boyfriend and he's into baseball. You like baseball?
Yeah, y'all should be friends.
Yeah, y'all should be friends. That's what I compare that to.
Yeah, and you like it's weird. Nah, I don't want to be.
That is
friend.
weird.
Yeah,
he wears a mask. Yeah, you wear a mask. You guys should know each other. Like what?
Yeah. It was like like the other day, right? Some dude commented me on my Twitter and posted a video, like a video of him rapping, wearing a luchador mask, and he was like, "Oh man, from mask to mask, we should get on a song together." So I clicked the dude's page.
No.
And he has on the pinned tweet, like right at the top, it's a fucking freestyle battle of him and somebody else, and he's not even wearing the mask. So like, I deep dived the page to see if like dude was actually like wearing the mask before, and it's just like, yo, son, you just wore that, like you just popped out of that, yeah.
He's like, how do I get this dude's attention? I know, I'll steal his bit. That's cool.
Right. Now people trying to take the gimmick.
Look, I'm like you.
Yeah, exactly. So when I saw the video, I was like, yo, bro, like, come on. Yeah, I was like, yo, come on.
We the same tall.
I'm just putting this out as a warning. Just because you're a white podcaster in hip hop doesn't mean we're friends.
Dang, Steve. Dang, Steve.
Carl said shots. He said, I don't know.
Whoa, shots fired. Oh, Canada.
Running with my stick.
Sam Buck.
There's room for all of us, but I don't have to like you.
Oh,
yeah,
I like all those guys.
Carl talks.
No, they're all cool. They're all cool.
Nah. Yeah. Sam Buck.
Yes. Shout out Sam.
First Lucha mask I seen rap was Turtle Hands. But Turtle Hands he has hands coming off his luchador mask. That was back in like 2008. This dead era of hip hop. And he was signed to Ninja Tool, Big Data. And then after that, it was like Deep Crates. But I didn't see nobody really wearing. Turtle Hands just came back too. Am I still here? Turtle Hands probably the most amazing act I've ever seen in my life, because he plays his beats live and he raps and he changes his voice like to like a like, because he hits the mic and he changes his voice from to Android SRP.
Yeah, he uses like a modulator, right?
Yeah, a modulator. Whole shit. Yeah, but that was back in like 2008, 2010. He went away for a while. Now he's back. He's doing all these electronic shows and stuff, which I love. But Gustavo.
Yeah, I mean, one of my. So that was the
rest of school.
Yeah. So as far as like luchador like rappers, one of my mans put me on to somebody, a dude out in Cali. But he's more like political. His name is Jaguar, but the mask is like half his face, and then the other half is like his mouth paws and shit. So he's more like political and fighting for black and brown rights and shit like that. And the first person I saw like in I guess in our space was Gustavo Luis. But when I saw
Gustavo the Grappler,
yeah, I saw him because I think he did a joint with Jamal Gasol. Something like it was something, yeah, because it was something with Jamal Gasol because Jamal Gasol posted him.
The great guy.
And when he posted him, I clicked the link of the dude. I was like, "Who's the guy on the track with him?" And I saw it was talking to Gustavo, and I saw he was wearing the mask. And this was like right as I was about to like start coming outside with the mask and everything. And we ended up kind of from there. Like I saw him follow them. We became like cool. Started producing some joints for him, and that's how kind of the whole Lucha thing between me and him kind of came about and shit. But things are a little different now.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Yeah, little Luchador Secret Wars now. Yeah.
Luchador Secret Wars.
Yeah. Battle World. You know what I'm saying? And I'll come
Battle World. Talk that shit, Lukey.
And I'll be the Beyonder. I'm joking.
Fuck it. I just want to be the Molecule Man.
Nah, man. He got twerked on at the end because Reed Richards came back. You know what I'm saying? And motherfucking shot the fucking mountain that motherfucking Hulk was holding. I got all the Secret Wars here.
Yeah.
Spider-Man
that's my shit.
This.
Secret Wars my shit.
Secret Wars is my shit.
Yeah. I wish I could go up to the comic book room and show you how motherfucking Secret Wars 8.
Oh,
that's Spider-Man joint. I display that motherfucker. Yeah. I display that motherfucker proud.
That's like one of the first comic books I got into was Secret Wars, man. And just like you talking about, Lukey, the first episode or the first issue I ever saw was when Hulk was underneath the mountain, holding up the whole damn mountain.
Issue 4.
They said, they were like, this is the Hulk. He's currently holding up a mountain that weighs like 100 million tons. He's not happy. The real colors, the colorful colors, man. Colors.
I got my Power Man. I got my Mother Power Man. I got I live this. I used to live this shit. And my comic books are not bagged and board. No, I read all these shits. I bought these shits.
Read your comic book.
I read mine, but I still keep them. Keep them in plastic.
Save them and protect them. That's right.
This shit is bad. Nah, man. Nah. Hell yeah, man. I don't wear condoms.
Oh my God, bro.
I don't, guys, I don't wear condoms. How am I gonna know the pussy good if I wear a condom? You know what I'm saying? Word.
How are you gonna keep your dick safe if you don't?
Yeah.
I ain't dead yet. Yeah. Magic Johnson ain't dead, is he? Yeah.
Magic Johnson had to sacrifice his son to get the cure. You want to do
that? Yo. Dang, that sucks, man. That nigga, man.
No, but hold on. Yeah, anyway, shout out to Comic Book Chamber. No, I had a question though. I had a question for you though. You were going into the science of the luchador and knowing about that earlier on.
Oh yeah.
As a Puerto Rican, how'd you get down with the luchador? Because isn't the origin of luchador Mexican?
It is, but it started out of Mexico, but Puerto Ricans have adapted that as well. Like wrestling is also because wrestling is like a big part of like our culture as well.
Okay.
Like in Puerto Rico is like known for wrestling. We're known for wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Savio Vega, Carlos Colon, like Dominican Republic, like there's Dominican luchadors. Like,
really?
Yeah, like it goes deep. Yeah. Like, it goes super deep. So it isn't just Mexicans that wear the mask.
No, that's dope. That's dope. Hey man, yeah, watch out for this man. He is a relentless, heartless dictator when it comes to maintaining the pause guidelines out here.
It's all good. That's how me and my people are. So I love it.
Okay, all right. As long as just stay on your toes, G.
Pause.
Stay on your toes.
Yeah, definitely, man. I gotta. Yeah. Hey, yo, before all this pause and no homo shit was cool. Well, no homo was first. Then we were saying no Solar. Me and Omega Jackson was saying no Solar because Solar in Gangstar, Guru, man, he was my partner. He was like, no Solar, nah, partner, no Solar, no. So we were saying no Solar. Then Ayo, then pause came about with the whole Rockefeller shit. We was pausing so hard, pause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pause my favorite.
All of a sudden, Cameron and Mace came. I love that shit, man. I was thinking about shit. I was gonna say I'm coming for you,
pause.
Extra figure, but I said no, I can't say that shit. It's a pause. Yeah, word. Yeah, it's a secret luchador wars. I'm like, yo, that shit is Shit is hard. You said some other shit on this fucking album, man. Yeah, you said
a lot of shit on here,
Circle
man.
97. Yeah, he was going in.
Him, man. Yeah, he gave me some good shit, man. That happened over So how the project came about with me and Circa, man, he hit me up like on a Sunday morning and was like, yo, would you be down to do a project? Like, and what I say to most people when anybody asks me, like, yo, send me something I like, and if I like it, I'll rap on it. And send me a pack, and there was a bunch of shit that I liked that I rapped on. And I just man. So he sent me that by like I said yes, and then it must have been like, yo, he had that shit on deck right away. Because then by like the time I like made coffee, rolled my breakfast blunts, and I was like, all right, I guess now I got something to do with my breakfast blunt. And I got to pick beats, I got to smoke, pick beats, drink great coffee, and that was the start of the project. It just came together. It was, and he was just like, his main thing was like, yo, I know you like to rap. He's like, leave the space open for somebody. And that's how like New Villain got on there. He was telling me, he gave me a bunch of names of people he was working with. So he gave me like, I think the dude's name was Tesla Dave. So he sent me Tesla Dave, or no, Tesla Ghost? No, Tesla Ghost.
Tesla's Ghost, yeah.
Yeah. Then he sent me New Villain. I think Rico Sama was another one.
Shout out Rico Sama.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's another name too that he sent me. I just forgot. But I went and heard New Villain. I said, who's New Villain? And it was funny because like a week prior to that, I had dropped a music video. Like Paka had posted up like a clip of our music video, a music video that I did. And I think New Villain's part of what crew out in Toronto called No Face Crew or something like that. They're all like masked up they're all masked rappers and all that shit. So somebody from that side was like commenting like, not, I guess like throwing shade at the whole like mask thing. So they were like, oh, we've been up on this or whatever. Like I guess trying to say like I was on some like biting shit or whatever. And I was like, yo, y'all from Toronto. I don't even know who y'all are. Yeah. And I ain't gonna bite. And no offense to Toronto, but I'm not gonna bite anybody from fucking Toronto. You know what I mean? Like that's just not happening. I'm not biting anybody in Canada. But yeah, man. So they said like they said that shit, and it was like whatever. And then like circuit thing happened, and then he told me about New Villain. So I went, heard New Villain. I was like, oh shit. I was like, he's rhyming about wrestling and comic books. This is my kind of shit. And then I didn't even know he was a part of that crew. So he was part of No Face Crew and shit. So I was like, yo. So I told Circa, I was like, yo, I want to do a joint with him. And he said it was a go. I went, followed bro. He followed me back. It was money. They said he was gonna record it on a Saturday. He recorded it, gave it to me on a Saturday. And together, man. The shit is wild. But that's why, like, that's another month. That's why, like, that's like when you ask me about like the whole mask thing. It's just like I always get into like conflicts and shit with other people wearing masks. Like the thing that I hate, the thing that I don't like about like the mask rapper thing is just like everybody's trying to figure out like who was the first one to do it and shit, and nobody wants to be the person to say like I wasn't the originator of it. You know what I mean?
And who is the originator? Ghostface Killer. After Ghostface Killer was Doom, correct? At the Doom, right. There came a lot of motherfuckers. The next person I knew to wear a mask after fucking Doom was Turtle Hands. That's only he sounded like Quasimodo with his modulator. You know what I'm saying? Turtle Hands.
Then you got Bobby Digital.
You know what I'm saying?
Bobby Digital.
Yeah, Big Daddy Kane,
but it's like
inspired that.
I think even Slick Rick done a mask.
Wearing the mask first.
Like,
yeah, but wearing the mask first was the whole persona. Yeah. Ghostface on the wrong police. They said he didn't show his face for a while, shows and shit. Doom,
because he was
never
on the
showed
run.
His face as Doom. Yeah. So like, it's cool. Get like. Here's what I want to know. Here's what I really want to happen. Check it out. I found out about you. I don't know, maybe a year ago. So boom. How about you, Mondo, Mickey Diamond, Vegas 7 Ronin, Who else wear a mask that we like?
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo.
Definitely Michelangelo. But then the headliner yeah. I see Michelangelo. Big up Michelangelo. That's a good dude, man. Yeah. I love Michelangelo. That's a good dude. He gave me some records and shit first time I met him and supplying the man up there. Anyway, boom. A Top Shelf Premium is where I met Michelangelo. Then I want to take a picture and he went like this. Yeah, anyway, boom. The headliner will be Makhami. And we'll have a show called The Masquerade in Miami.
The Masquerade? That's kind of cool.
5,000 words. A good name.
Yeah. That's all those names you mentioned. We bring all the mask people together. All good guys. We'll do Vegas funny as fuck. I'm say I know you funny too, hilarious, man. I see your interviews. Yeah. Oh, also shout out with my man's name, Christopher. What's his name? Christopher? Christopoulos.
Yeah, shout out Christopoulos. Guy.
That motherfucker met Stars Coleman in Target. Ain't that wild? Yeah. He I think he's probably one of the nicest humans ever. He seems like he would just help you open the door to help old ladies across the street and shit. Shout out to that guy in his podcast. You know what I'm saying? In his interviews. Big up.
Yeah, and he rocks a lot of fly polo. Rocks a lot of fly polo.
He does.
He does, yo. Shout out to his polo collection.
Yeah, and he does his research really, really well as well. Primo Jack. I'm bad. I'm hogging the interview. Yeah.
So
y'all freeze?
Yeah, no, I'm here. So
we're here.
I know you're in the Jersey area. Did you grow up in Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah, man.
So Puerto Rican, growing up in Jersey, what were your influences in hip hop? What really got you into wanting to produce and to spit bars?
So man, I went to summer camp after Biggie died.
Mm-hmm.
So the summer that Biggie died, that year that Biggie died, 97, I went to summer camp, and that was when fucking "I'll Be Missing You" was the biggest fucking song in the world.
Yep.
And so at the end of the summer, for the summer camp, they had a talent show, and there's this kid that performed, and first he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna perform Puff Daddy's I'll Be Missing You." So he went up there and lip synced Diddy. But before he lip synced the Diddy joint, he was like, "I want to spit my own rap." And I was like, "What?" And this kid went. I don't even know if he even killed it or not. I'm sure he didn't because he was my age. Ain't no 9-year-old rapper. Just you ain't even getting pussy then. So what could you really rap? That's gonna be crazy.
So, I was getting pussy 8 years old. So you never know about dude. I remember back in the box. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This is the safe place where Lukey relives those traumas.
That's not a trauma. That's
not a good thing, bro. That's not a good thing.
I couldn't wait.
Taking advantage.
I couldn't wait.
Yeah, that's called rape.
And I wanted to get. I wanted to get taken advantage of. I couldn't wait till she came to babysit me. Go ahead.
That is rape. That is statutory rape.
I loved it.
Lukey got me 16.
That's illegal.
Is trash. Yeah. That's illegal.
He thought he had a therapist. Turns out she was the rapist.
But so the kid, you know what I'm saying? He was spit his bars, man. And, I'm saying. So he spit his bars, and I was like, oh shit, man, motherfuckers actually really rap, man. I was like, that's something you could do. It's not just what you hear on the radio or whatever, man. And ever since that moment, I feel like as a kid, I was chasing that talent show moment, you know what I'm saying? To pop out and spit bars and shit. But yeah, man. So maybe by 17 was when I really started. I was listening to Biggie, collecting fucking Mobb Deep shit. I was just heavy into hip hop. I grew up in the MTV, BET era. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Fucking, so I was watching Rap Cities, 106 and Parks, all of that shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And that just made me love hip hop, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get the top 5 real quick, yo. Name me a top 5. It got to be artist, or group. It doesn't matter. Name your top 5 in hip hop.
No order.
No order.
I go no order.
I go Prodigy.
Okay.
Hove. Prodigy, Hove. I'm gonna give you West Side. Rock Marcy. and I said Biggie, right?
Yep.
I said Biggie. So then I would go Nas.
You didn't say Biggie.
Yeah, he didn't say Biggie.
I didn't say
So Biggie, Nas.
Okay, so the big so
Biggie
Pun. I said Pun. No, Prodigy, Pun, Nas, Biggie.
Are you messing up?
Okay.
Now, action figure, you messing up. You gave us too many names. Prodigy, Hov, West Side, Rock Marcy. Then you said Biggie. Did I say Biggie? Did I say Nas?
Yeah.
You got Nas in there. Yeah, then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can understand. I can understand why though. I understand. Yeah, how can you? Who you gonna kick out of that 7?
Who am I gonna kick? I'll go with the recent. So I'll keep West Side. I'll keep Rock. So I'll leave Biggie and Nas.
Wow.
Okay. And Pun.
Interesting.
Pun's in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Pun. So I'll keep Prodigy. So what was it? Prodigy, West Side, Rock, Hov. I think that's my fine.
Biggie, Pun, Nas in there. I can see all that right there. I can definitely see the breath control.
Yeah.
The Pun. I think Pun had the best breath control of all time. If you didn't know, if you
He
didn't
also
know
had
what he
so
looked
much
like,
style.
yes. Yeah. But if you didn't know what he looked like, you'd be impressed. But then when you know what he looked like and had the breath control like that, spitting all those balls, the fuck.
Yeah. It was sad hearing the stories of all of that, man, and hearing like how eventually, he ended up having to do one bar at a time. I think that's the fucking saddest part of that whole story. Amazing breath control, but he would have to do that shit one bar at a time.
That's
gotta
tough.
take care of your health, man. You know what I mean? Like
you do, yo.
That's all that is. Yo. I mean, Pun was having a great time. Rest in peace to the man. But he was living life. He was indulging in excess, and that's not healthy for anybody. And you got to take care of yourself because you all you got. So
100%.
So indeed, yeah, that's why all y'all out there. Yeah,
I just think like the psychology behind it all too. Like when you're poor and then you're coming out, man, and then you just get a whole lump sum of money right away, and you know what I'm saying. I can see how all that could take place.
But the thing with Pun, he was getting money prior to getting on in music, and he went from kind of moderately getting money to getting money to then getting on in music, and that's why he gained, I think, like 150 pounds in a year. Something like that, something weird like that. And then it just kept going up from there. He was a substantial dude.
Yeah, because when he was first coming out, he was like 350, 400.
Right.
And then, by the time he died, bro, he was like double that.
He was 560 or something like that when he died. Yeah. That's it. That's crazy. That's like 3 people. That's, I don't know. It's double me. And double me and a kid. It's probably me, 2 me's, my wife, and my kid.
Yeah, it's definitely double me. I'm a big guy.
I know what would happen right now? He'd be on reality TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If Trump was living right now, he'd be on
my 600-pound rapper.
That's what
I hope that doctor. I hope that doctor would treat Pun and deprive him of everything that he didn't need it, man. That doctor on 600-Pound Life. He plays no games.
Cold-blooded.
He's, he'll call you and be like, "How come you're not taking any of the medicine I told you?" "Well, I got hungry and I decided I needed to go to the store." He'll be like, "No, you don't need to go anywhere. Your body will eat the fat. You have a lot to eat before you need to go and eat." He'd be snapping on people, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. But he actually genuinely cares about people's well-being. It seems like, and he
also
only really gets
how
pissed.
they are.
Yeah, exactly. He only gets pissed when they go against the grain, when they start having weak thoughts, and they don't get down with the program. Then he turns up on him. He's like, "Okay, you want to see how it's macaroni time? You want to see how it goes? Here we go."
Macaroni time.
Before we transition to something else right now, I'd like to tell y'all, take care of yourselves. That's why all y'all need to win, so I don't have to. Anyway, boom. Speaking of Rock Marcy, not Rock Marcy, West Side Gun. Remember you said it was the roses are red, and Blood is too. That to me is, I think, one of the best GXFR records of all time. And you in the joint with Rock Marcy and Westside. What's it called? He said, "I shot up everything." Said, "I thought I was Petrovich." Oh man, what's that song?
I always, what is it?
Let me see.
Pyrex something, Pyreplex, some shit like that. It's not on streaming service.
Yeah, it's on that the wrestling mixtape that he did. He put all the joints.
Oh yeah, but
it's on 4Pro.
Yeah, but it's on Roses Are Red.
Superplex. I think it's called Superplex.
I believe so.
Like,
it's
something like that. I know it's something with the suplex.
Roses
Perfect Plex.
Perfect Plex. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, but that's on the Purist. That's on the Purist.
Roses Are Red. That shit is insane. That beat is insane.
Yeah, I love that album.
That record. That's my favorite. If I had to pick a favorite West Side song.
Really?
Wow.
Really?
Okay.
And it is not for West Side. It's purely for that Rock Marcy. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's a big statement.
Like I would have been mad if Rock Marcy sent me that verse back. Like that shit was fucking insane. Like it's like you could do a whole college course on that whole verse.
You get the verse back. You're like, we're not doing it. We're not doing the project. I'm throwing this whole thing out.
I mean, at that point, you just gotta let it live. You just gotta
exactly. You got these gems. You gotta show them off. You know, be like, check out what he did on here.
Yeah,
shout out Marsburg.
Yeah. That record is that one is just that shit touches my heart. Like I said, so like I know why you're bringing that up. Yeah, man. So, I had got married, and when like I needed somebody to walk down.
I know. I know. But I was just co-signing of that. I know people touched on this on the other video, other interview. But yes, do that story. This is a really good story. If you haven't heard the story, it's a good story. But
so
I'll be trying to stay away from shit I heard on other people's stuff. But this is a really good story though. Go.
I got you. Yeah. So real quick. Man. So when I was getting married, man, I wanted something to walk down the aisle to. I wanted to walk down the aisle to Perfect Plex. But West Side's verse ain't happening. That's just not happening. Like my wife heard that. Like I played it for my wife. I was like, yo, I want me and the groomsmen to walk out to this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, if you could find the instrumental, she's like, you're not playing the West Side verse, and she's like, you sure as shit not playing the fucking Rock Marcy verse. She's like, yo, get out of here with that. So she vetoed the record. So I couldn't find the record, and I couldn't find a clean version, and I couldn't find the instrumental. So I just went on Who Sampled. I was like, what? I just put in Perfect Plex. It gave me the sample, and I just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go redo it. And I was like, I'm gonna remake it, and I'm playing this when I walk down the aisle. And I didn't make it. It wasn't exact. Their shit, I think, was a little faster. Mine's, I made it just like a little slower, and I just went with that shit.
Cool. Yeah.
Shout out to Weston Rock, man. I told Wes about that shit. He was like, yo, he liked that story. He laughed. He showed me. He got to see the grill like in real life. You know what I'm saying? That's the West.
That's dope. That's
what's up.
That's dope. You got a video? Oh, you can't even show the fucking video. If you have the video, because you just show your face. No good and well, this man ain't wear the mask at his wedding. His wife wouldn't allow that shit.
Hell no.
I just, you know what? The whole time I kind of had the image that he was wearing it until you said that. I was like, oh yeah, he wouldn't wear the mask at his own wedding. That's stupid.
No. So
I was like, I thought he was wearing it at his wedding.
So I told the homies, like if one of like my rapper friends gets married, like I was like, yo, I'm coming with shit in the mask, bro. So I told you, I was like, yo, that's how you know me. You don't know me. You don't know me without the mask, so I gotta come how you know me. So pause.
That's right.
That's real.
Right.
That's
pause,
real.
Yeah, it's a good pause.
Be like, who's that random dude in your wedding party?
Yeah, I've done it before. Like at the studio, one time it happened. Like I took the mask off, and there was like some like my engineer had like his nephew in the session, and he saw me with the mask on. Then I took it off, and he was like, looks over. He's like, "Who the fuck is that guy?" And then I put the mask back on and took it off, and he was like, "Oh shit." He's like, "Yeah."
That's funny.
Yeah, man. I fucked with people like that.
It's good. I remember supplying the man. Mondo walked. Yeah, good job. So I remember supplying the man. Mondo Slade walked in the building with his mask on. No one recognized him. And he put his mask on. Niggas like, "Oh, what up, Mondo Slade?" Like, we're like, I'm like, that shit is funny.
Yeah, he'll do that at shows where he'll walk around with it off for a little while just so he can scope the crowd.
Yeah, 100%. I've done shit like that. I do that shit. I go to like my homie shows sometimes and just chill there and be like, and not even tell them that I'm there. And I'll just tell them, I'm like, yo, I'll text them like, yo, good show, yeah.
So indeed. Yo, Sabu, Griselda's been a big influence on your music. I know the Wild Duke, Blacking the Eyes Out, with incorporating the wrestling. Was this one of your reasons to get back into it after you took a short, brief hiatus from rapping? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, so what happened was, man, so it's the wrestling shit for me, like when I started rhyming about it, I had met Mr. Motherfucking Esquire, one of my homies, my childhood.
Nice. Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, my favorite.
So shout out my guy Key, that's his homie and shit. So we went to a show and I met him, and this is when I just got around like my crew. You know what I'm saying? They were introducing me to their peoples and shit. And he introduced me to Mr. Motherfucking Esquire. And he was like, he pulled me to the side and he was like, "Yo, son," he's like, "I gotta ask you, yo." He's like, "The mask." He's like, "Yo, you be wearing that shit to fuck bitches, right?" So as soon as he said that shit, everybody in the crew died laughing. And we all died laughing. I told him, like, yeah. I was like, you already know. But from there, like, it inspired me to like rap about the mask a little bit. And I came up with like a bar to a joint that was on me and Wolverine shit for a joint called Ultimo Dragon and WCW. So it was like from that record, I just started making wrestling references, but applying them to like actual like real life shit and like actually like, you know what I'm saying, using the wrestling lingo and shit. Like I know like Wes raps about wrestling, but you don't go into like using like wrestling terminology and all of that. Yeah. Like he'll give you like a perfect plex. He'll talk about, you know what I'm saying, a wrestler and shit, but he's not giving you like wrestling terminology and, you know what I'm saying, shit like that.
Gotcha.
So that's shit that's like, so like I knew when I started doing like wrestling references, I knew people were gonna make the obvious, you know, the West Side comparison. So I just knew to just like, I'm like, yeah, it's similar, but it's different. Like it's not just a little more nuanced than just rapping about wrestling.
Right.
So indeed, definitely it's something familiar, something new but yet familiar. How about that? Does that make any 100%. Sense?
I agree with that. I can agree with that.
So indeed, that's why that's how I feel about my music. Like with Doom, I'm saying I feel like it's something. But Mr. Motherfucking Esquire, that fucking Live Forever joint, the Fleet-Eyed shit, the fucking Brainiac shit, the Brainiac Man Boy, and I know about that story because my homie Brock is Esquire's homie and his cousin's homie. So I hear the Man Boy song and him saying all that shit. I'm like, and yo, he just go that to me. He is one of the best rappers in New York, hands down. As far as all the styles he does, cadence. And he said he doesn't want to let his geography determine how he raps because he likes Gucci Mane and shit like that. So boom, I get it. But yo,
I saw him. I saw him argue with one of my people's Brain Orchestra. They were arguing over
Brain Orchestra.
That's what's up.
They were arguing over Dilla. Remember when D-Dot went on Matt Hoffa's podcast and he was saying that he got a better discography than Jay Dilla. And how, him and Esquire.
D-Dot said this?
Yes. Yeah. He was on Matt Hoffa's shit. He was like, he says some shit like, he's like, you know, people always talk about Jay Dilla, you don't got a discography like me. He's like, he ain't produced kicking the, like, he was like, he didn't produce this Biggie record. He was going off and he was talking like to that rapper when he did it.
Yes.
And fucking, yeah, man. So, yeah. The fucking, yeah, man. Him and Brent, yo, yeah, man. Yeah, man. So they were arguing over like Dilla, and he was like, no, in Brooklyn, nobody was. Esquire was like, in Brooklyn, nobody was listening to that shit. He's like, you just got around here, like, yeah.
And he meant that shit. He put a song out. Esquire put a song out that D Dot versus J Dilla, and he
right,
was
right. Around the same time,
yeah. But I kind of understand why he's saying that because they got somebody on this podcast who don't like J Dilla.
So wait, you don't like Dilla?
I'm not the biggest. So I'm not somebody who thinks J Dilla walks on water. I mean, J Dilla made some alright beats.
You don't dislike J Dilla. You're just not a huge fan of it.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't. Yeah, he's not in my pantheon of holy grail of producers like a lot of people. I'm sorry.
You know what? Yeah,
but
I wasn't the biggest. Yeah, I wasn't the biggest Dilla fan myself until like I started making beats, and like so like. You know how everybody always says, like, when you first start out, you always, like, imitate people or you try to imitate people. So, like, I use, like, who sampled, and I was trying to figure out, like, study. Like, I was studying Dilla when I first started. Like, I was picking producers, and I was looking at my favorite joints and seeing which ones, what they were sampling and all of that shit. And I was digging into Dilla, and it took me, like, recreating Dilla beats to like Dilla. So I get why people fuck with him, but even he's not in my top 5. I could agree with
that. Then give me a top 5 action figure. I like both of y'all, man. Both of y'all, man.
No, he gave a valid. He gave a valid argument. Now you're going to send him through the Inquisition. All right, fine. Stand on it.
I'm a Knicks fan.
I'm a second that I want his top 5 too.
Fine. Go for it.
I'm a Knicks fan. I live in delusion.
All right. So for producers is Necro, DJ Premier, obviously. Ninth Wonder. I'm gonna go Rock Marcy, and I'm gonna go Darren. Number 5.
Okay.
Ooh.
The last two.
Ooh.
It explains.
Interesting.
Okay, Necro and Premier. I didn't see that coming. Pause. But then your last two that you picked, that it kind of makes sense to your beat selection that you pick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to a degree,
yeah. But Necro got a lot of fast paced drums. Esquire, right? Early Esquire, he's told some Necro shit. You know what I'm saying? Premier, mad crazy drums. You know what I'm saying? I know you like a lot of drumless stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you know what? Like I flex on those a little. I like those a little bit more because like that's what I like about like Vega. Like I like to say a lot of shit in my bars sometimes, and sometimes like drums in the 4/4, that whole like 4/4 time signature shit. Sometimes like I could get too caught up in that, and I like to say a lot of shit sometimes. And I love that drumless shit specifically for that. Because I feel like when you get on drumless, I feel like you gotta say you gotta say some shit on a drumless shit, or else like it's boring and nobody's gonna want to listen to it. So I feel like, I flex and test my pen on drumless shit a lot more than the shit with the drums. But that doesn't mean I don't like drums though. I still fuck with people, obviously. Like I'll do a whole project on drums and shit. I love rhyming on drums, but if my main bag, I would say like on some like Vega the Roman type shit.
Shout out Vega, yo. Boom, man. I dig that. I dig that. I don't give a fuck what it is. As long as it sounds good, it sounds good. I know sometimes your voice is on the drum list. You style, the way you say your words, the different pockets you pick is like an instrument in itself. You know what I'm saying? On drumless music. Yeah, and I fucks with it.
I kind of feel like drumless music as well. When someone can float effortlessly on a drumless beat, it's a skill set that not everybody has. So you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I'm a pilot, but I also fly helicopters. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that I can do what you do, but I can also do this. And there's got to be an attractiveness to having a skill set that not everybody, even really dope spitters, have. So I respect. I'm a drummer, and for me, I have difficulty listening to drumless beats without wanting to put a beat in, just in my head when I'm listening to it.
It's like my homie is like that.
Yeah, but when I listen to people like you and Vega and people that can spit over drumless beats, I always respect the shit out of it because it's definitely a skill set.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Name some of your favorite. Go ahead.
Now, what was you gonna say?
Go ahead. I was just thinking about some drumless beats. I loved Blue Chips, Action Bronson, and Rock Marcio. What's it? Pouches of Tuna.
Yeah, that's a good one. What was that? My favorite one is the Sean Price joint. What was it? Was it Diced Pineapples? It was like some shit like that.
Shit,
it was like where he did a joint where it was drumless, and then he was like, and then he ends it off with, he's like, "This is a nice sample, but where the fuck is the drum track?" Yeah.
I gotta look for that shit, yo. Yeah. Sean Price was
Sean Price was a wild guy.
Yeah, he definitely. Yeah, I said, got drunk at Twin Peaks, headed home for the night. Then I go pee real hard like Sean Price. That's what I'm talking about.
Did you ever hear? Yo, did you ever hear the song that Sean P did? That Sean P did with Euro Drew. I think DJ Skiz. I think it was called Hot Breath. And this nigga, and this nigga Sean Price said he's like I'm black and I'm proud. He's like you'll never see my daughter with a white doll baby.
No, I ain't heard that. I probably have heard it. I probably have heard it.
You'll love that shit.
The other shit is
swine. That's my favorite.
Swine pineapple. Other shit you talking about is swine pineapples. Yeah, but I don't know that one right there.
That's hilarious.
By the way, Jab. By the way, that was the P line. That was after me and you were God Bless Beats were at Twin Peaks for the election.
Oh, yeah, that was a wild night.
And then you gave me some weed and it kind of balanced me out. And I went home. I think I pissed for 5 minutes. And I wrote that line. Yeah. So big up to Primo Jab and God Bless Beats for getting me drunk at Twin Peaks, called AKA Booty Heaven. Little Booty Heaven.
I got a good drumless beat.
And he gave me the weed.
Yeah, you need that. It balances out, man. That's the formula, man. 2 parts this, 1 part that. Get you where you need to be. It's science. Yo, shout out Michael Irvin. That's my favorite drumless song, I think.
It don't got no drums in it? It doesn't. With Stove Gods. No.
West Side Gun.
Before Stove Gods. Before Stove Gods.
Yeah, exactly.
And the other one, Jose Canseco don't have no drums either.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, Jose Canseco. No. Michael Irvin. To me personally, Michael Irvin. When I think of drumless, like, cause I don't know, man. I mean, there's probably other drumless songs that Secrets by Rock Marcy is a good drumless beat too. Because that doesn't have any. Come on. Yeah, that doesn't have any drums either. Now that I think about it, but yeah, probably those 2 songs. Like they just
Rock Marcy, the Muse. That was my shit.
That's good.
That was my shit.
He always gets mentioned in the drumless world, but I think back to a lot of my favorite Rock Marcy songs. I feel like they had drums on them. You know, like Emeralds. Emeralds is a banger. And that's drum. That's boom bappy. You know.
What about that record with Pete? I think the one with Pete Rock that they did with the UN. That shit.
Oh, see, now you did. You when
Rock Marcy, when Rock Marcy went crazy on that shit.
Rock, Rock been going crazy for a second. You know,
I like hearing Rock Marcy on drums too, man. But it's always the drumless shit. Rock.
Like I said, sometimes I don't even remember. I don't even care. It don't even make if it sound good. I'm not even noticing if it got drums or not. You know what I'm saying? Like if it just sound good, you pick that right sample. Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I don't care.
I listen to the second listen to your album, that's when the new album, you know what I'm saying? Well, by the way, let's talk about it. Boom. But the second listen to your album, the new EP, you know what I'm saying? That's when I realized there was hardly no drums on there. You know what I'm saying? But
it comes out this week, by the way. It'll be out this Friday.
No, next Friday.
Well,
no, we're in the future right now.
We're in the future.
We're in the future. We're in the future.
man.
Comes out this Friday.
I said what I said, man.
That's right.
This Friday. Come out this Friday.
Time is an illusion.
Yeah, exactly. It's a construct. We control it.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's do it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, what's the name of it?
Lucha Libre for the soul.
Yeah, that's a dope name. I love the name. I love everything. I mean, I'll be honest with you, bro. I really like everything about it. It's only 6 songs. Well, I mean, yeah, they'll hear it. They'll know about it. It's only 6. It's only 6 joints. I feel like you get your point across very well. But to me, it's the feel of the second half of the album that I like. I like that like way more than the first 2 songs. And for you to say that you did it in a weekend, essentially, right? You said you got the beats and then you did them all kind of at once?
Nah, so I got the beats on a Sunday. I finished that day. I think I wrote probably the first half.
Okay.
And then the second half, I wrote probably maybe like, I recorded those records and then the last 3. I did at a different time.
That's what I was gonna say. That's crazy, man. Yeah. That's crazy. Like I can hear that you kind of decided, all right, now I'm doing it this way. On like, for example, ode to, like you said, ode to True Life.
True Life.
Beat Knots. Beat Knots is that shit.
Beat Knots. I like that. Oh, yo, on the Bad Juju, that was a hard ass line right there.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even said nothing about that.
That's what I said.
So so that record is called the Beat Nuts.
The Beat Nuts.
So wrong.
Yeah.
It's just spelled wrong.
I mean,
you should know that.
Those are rough though. Those are rough stuff.
Yeah, because that Beat Nut line was crazy. Kudos. That shit.
He had a lot of crazy lines on the whole joint.
Only real hip hop heads get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, yeah, man, like the first half, like that whole project, even though it's called Lucha Libre for the soul, and it starts off with a wrestling like sample, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, for the most part, it's really a hip hop. Like the titles are all hip hop shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First song is Smiles and South Star.
Yeah. Why hold on? That's what I had to talk to you about also. Why Smiles and South Star of all names?
Because the beat, it says "Tell Me," and "Tell Me" was the popular Smiles and South Star.
Oh, that was it. That was the name of their song. Okay.
What's going on? What's going on?
That's crazy.
Those are the 2 wackest rappers ever.
That was my point of it. I was like, why would you do an ode to the 2 of the most garbage motherfuckers to ever grace the microphone?
Nah,
it's just confusing to me.
It's not even a ode, but it was funny because like my engineer, I'm always throwing. He's like, yo, what's the name of what am I gonna name this? Name the file. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I always pick something stupid to say. So I was like, yo, Smiles and South Star.
That's dope.
They were like, dope. Why? I was like, for the same reason that you asked. I told them, I was like, yo, the sample says "Tell Me," yo. That was their hit.
That's deep rapper lore there.
I kind of thought that was a sample from that song because I hate those guys. I hate those guys.
Lukey,
I truly despise those guys.
I can tell because you knew the song. You sang it. You were like,
they said, "You gonna like me so much, you gonna turn gay." No.
What?
Why'd you say that? That was the bar they had in the song. And
I just hated seeing them in the source or whatever it was at XXL or the source. You would always see these articles or these ads for Smiles and South Star, and then they came out with their music and it sucked so bad. I was like, why would y'all like even waste all this money to do that? And that was like right around the first downfall of the golden era. I think you started seeing guys like that start coming up.
I do.
I hesitate to say it, but Master P was a part of that.
before we check it out.
Stuff.
The reason, I don't know, all three of you, the science behind Smiles and South Star blowing up. They said their same managers were the managers for NSYNC.
Oh,
so they had all the connections.
Ah, really? Really?
Yeah, to go everywhere.
Wow.
Yes.
That makes sense.
They were in all.
That makes perfect sense.
Star game.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah, so and that's Orlando group. So I went on did a show in Orlando. They're talking about everybody was talking about Smiles and South Star, man. They suck. But this, that, and the third about them. Shout out to Omega Jackson. I remember that shit. Them and the Typical Cats. Is that the name? Typical Cats? Y'all remember those guys?
No.
They're from Orlando. They're a legendary group too. Typical Cats. There was a Typical Cats or some shit like that. They're an Orlando group. They went on tour all over the world. And they both had Smiles and South Star had an Asian dude. Typical Cats had like a couple Asian dudes. So,
yeah, I always thought it was crazy
shit like that.
That South Star came out before Jin, you know. So I feel like I feel like South Star crawled so fucking Jin can, you know, walk. You know what I'm saying?
Why y'all getting down on my man Jin like that? How dare you?
Nah, Jin's my guy.
I dare you.
I'm
about to say,
I'm going to Miami. To
Jin
see
actually halfway rap. Not
I'm going to Miami to see us in Arita.
It says Typical Cats was from Chicago.
They were.
Oh,
some
really?
of them dudes was from some of them dudes live in Orlando. Some of them dudes typical. Yeah, definitely.
Quasar and Quell.
Oh, I heard of Quell.
Denizen Kane.
Okay.
Citizen Kane. Oh yeah. D Citizen Kane. Yeah.
DJ Natural and DJ Kid Nish. Or Kid Kanish.
Those typical cats.
Kid Kanish. Yeah, nah, come on.
Yeah.
But that was that dead era of hip hop where nothing was popping. Like nothing was like it was like between 2000.
Yeah, it wasn't a dead era though, man. We got to stop.
No, that wasn't. That wasn't a dead era.
There was a lot of shit happening. That Prodigy was catching bodies.
It just wasn't the commercial era for dope hip hop.
There you go. So it was a weird transition, a weird time. Even though like Dipset was popping, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, Dipset was just coming up at that time. That was like 2002, right?
Yeah, 2002, 2004.
Yeah.
2000, probably like 2002, 2003.
Yeah, hip hop was not dead. It was a weird time.
No, it was a weird time.
Hip hop's never been dead.
It's a weird time.
Never.
I know. I said it's a dead time, not like dead. I'm not talking about hip hop is dead. I'm not Jeezy or Nas right here. You know what I'm saying, but I'm saying it was a weird time in hip hop where it was like a transition.
I know what
on
you
the
mean,
radio
Luke.
from hearing. Yeah. Tanya Morgan,
that was when 50 was coming in. You know what I mean? Lil Wayne and Pitbull.
Yeah, Pitbull. Yeah, that was yeah. You know, Pitbull. Pitbull had some. You get drunk, you be in the club. Yo, that sound good, yo.
You'll hear like 6 Pitbull songs in a row, and you just happen to black out. You'll be like, oh shit. What happened? The DJ's been playing Pitbull for the past 3 hours.
Yeah.
You didn't even notice because you're drunk as shit. Oh.
Nah.
True indeed. So why did you take a break? Why'd you take a break from rapping? Then you just was producing for a while. Why'd you take that break?
Nah, I mean, I took the break because my shit wasn't going anywhere. To be quite honest.
Yeah.
My shit wasn't going nowhere. So it was just like, I was going through like at that time, like, you know what I'm saying? My girlfriend at the time was like my engineer. You know what I'm saying? And then I ended up cheating on her. So it was like, oh well, I'm not mixing and mastering your records now. You know? So I was like, all right. So it was just like, no, it wasn't like I said, like the music wasn't doing anything. I really wasn't dedicated to the craft like that. Like, I wasn't buying beats. I was stealing beats off of like SoundCloud and YouTube. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't like invested into it like the way like things are now. You know what I'm saying? I'm recording in my crib. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like just a lot of shit just wasn't like tangible. You know what I'm saying at that time? Mm-hmm. And I also didn't have like, the creative foresight in that during that time. So I took the break and I think it was good. I actually respected the break. Because it gave me time to actually like figure out what I wanted. It gave me time to actually like polish up my shit. Pause. You know? Like make that shit just
Yeah.
kind of just figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And just at that time, like before that, I wasn't producing, but during that time, I picked up producing because I wasn't like actively like trying to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I picked it up as just a hobby because I was watching fucking Rhythm Roulette and seeing how easy it was. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I had a homie teach me how to make beats and showed me how simple, like, it's not that hard to find a record, loop the part with no drums, put it into something, get drums, find sounds, and just make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And during those times, like, I was going through like my trial and error. It's just like I told you, I was studying Dilla beats. I'm studying Primo beats. I'm studying like Ninth Wonder, seeing what they're sampling, like trying to just figure it out. You know what I mean? And through that, that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like looking up Alchemist and trying to figure out like what Al's doing. Just the whole nine, you know what I'm saying? And just, but with that, I was falling in love with it. I was falling in love with it. So I was falling in love with just making beats, and I wasn't even putting words to them at the time. I was just making them and just having fun, and you know what I'm saying? And I would shop them here and there, but nobody was really rocking with them. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like when I came back to it, it was like during the time where I was about to get married, like my wedding was maybe like, you know, months away. And I was doing like a whole other like endeavor. And like during that time, and my wife was like, yo, like chill with that. Just find something else to do. And I don't know what it was that just awoke in me, man, and just said, yo, why don't you make a beat? Why don't you know what I'm saying? Just do some shit. Then it was like that same weekend, it was like a snowstorm. I wasn't smoking weed at the time. And then I started smoking again. And then, yo, once I hit the L, it was like, yo, let's go with some beats. Let's go with some samples. And I just fucking fired up my laptop. I had the Fruity Loops illegally on there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie that got me that. I got the crack version.
Yep.
And I still had drum sounds and all of that from when I started. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like a good hiatus. It was like an 8-year hiatus. I was like good off of it. You know what I'm saying? But during that time, I was doing other stuff, and I was like just figuring out like how to kind of like harness the creativity a little bit and really put forth the effort. And you know what I'm saying? During those times, like I would record like little songs here and there. And I had a little cousin at the time that was like trying to like pursue music and shit. So I would show her the records, and she was like, yo, these are different. And it wasn't even like what I'm making now. It was like totally different. So then it just came back to this time. It was just like I started making beats as soon as I was writing to them right away. And then I ended up doing a collab with Lungs. You know what I'm saying? They were on Top Shelf Premium Peak and Lungs. They were the ones like they were rapping over like industrial fucking noises. Oh, one of those freestyles. So I ended up sending them a beat, paying for the freestyle, like right maybe like a week before the wedding. I like paid him to get on. He let me lay away a verse. So like I gave him 25. Like I was like, yo, how much is it for the collab? He was like, yo, 125. I was like, yo, is that your set price, or is that like, or is this like some like bonus, like some shit that you're just trying to get your bread up and shit? And he was like, I'm really trying to get my bread up. So he let me put 25 down, and then paid 100. I got the verse, and from there, I stopped. Like I was gonna come out as a rapper first, just with the backing of my beats. But then once I did the Lungs record, I thought of a compilation. I thought that the compilation was a better idea. And then from there, that's what kind of led me down crazy road, and that's where like AP comes in and all of that other stuff.
True indeed. True indeed. I mean, we glad that you got back into it, man, because you got a place here in the Abyss. You know what I'm saying? The Abyss is a weird place where Muslims, Jews, Black, white, Latinos, everybody come in here and we getting goosed out and having a powwow. I think that's how the world, nerds, geeks, gangsters, we all in here having a great time, and we all are like really one person. hardcore motherfuckers in our lane. You know what I'm saying? They shout out to Gridiron's gonna have a song. Oh, I can't say that shit. Gridiron is working with some of the biggest names in our lane. Mind Force, they're gonna work with some of the biggest. We have so many people, and you fit in right perfectly with us. You know what I'm saying? Word. Thank you for putting the mask on, man. Word. It shines like a diamond. You know what I'm saying? Word. Like a diamond, yo. Shine bright like a diamond, man. I know we've been on here for a while. What we got? Pretty much jab.
Yo, man. So I want to talk about the present, man. We've done a lot. Again, I guess you can call us the ghost of Christmas past, Christmas present, Christmas future, man. I want to talk about the present, man. I mean, you're a part of this Astra music group. Y'all got things cracking. Fort Norfolk, that shit hit earlier, but not only that, you've been putting out music. You put out the Luchadors Going Diamond was destined to be on Razor's Way. Shout out that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Then you put out Pray for Puerto Rico with and that's where I really want to end at, with your wife spitting the ill intro. Because you shouted out your wife, you shouted out being married several times on here. And, that brings us back to, celebrating the Puerto Rican pride, the Puerto Rican heritage and everything, man. Like, where you are right now, what are you trying to establish, man? What are you trying to do as far as leaving your stamp on things? Because the other part, like you said, the Paca video, that was you in it. And I think that's the one we're talking about when you went to Washington, D.C. and it was the action figure for president joint, right?
Yeah.
That was the ill video when you was rapping in front of the Capitol building. I mean, being Puerto Rican, man, you should be out there repping. I mean, do you want Puerto Rico to be a state? Do you not want Puerto Rico to be a state? Do you say fuck
Puerto Rico?
What's up?
So the whole thing behind the Pray for Puerto Rico, what it is that a lot of people don't know what's going on in Puerto Rico is Puerto Rico is going through like colonization. So what it is that white people in America are going over to Puerto Rico. There's a act called Act 22 where if you live there within a year,
talk about it.
You live there for a year and you create a business. You can live. You basically live tax free. You don't have to pay any taxes.
It's a tax haven.
Yeah, it's a tax haven. So basically, you can go there. So what's going on is a lot of people in America are obviously hearing this. They're going to Puerto Rico.
Trump's
they're buying up property and basically kicking out Puerto Rican people and trying to they're trying to create, basically turn Puerto Rico into like a hotel, like just hotels everywhere. And they're kicking out native Puerto Ricans. And they're trying to say, oh, we're bringing jobs. But most Puerto Ricans that live on the island, they're living way below the poverty line.
Yes.
Like the poverty here in America is way different than the poverty over there in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, they got to get everything imported. They can't vote in no elections. You know what I'm saying? They don't get they don't really get much aid in a lot of things. So there's a lot going on in Puerto Rico, and it's scary. And you got, like influencers like Logan Paul and all these people that are going over there. Like I said, 100%. 100%. Great wrestler, but you know what I'm saying? People have been trying to I put up a post the other day and I said it's been fuck Logan Paul, but that nigga so he got juice, so y'all thought it was okay.
I can't stand Logan Paul or his brother Jake Paul. I can't wait for Mike Tyson to beat whoever's ass when it happens. Yeah. Whichever one he's gonna beat up. I hope he beat up both of them.
Carl gonna be mad when I say this because we try to get monetized, but I don't think people when I said things were fat, but I think the Logan brothers are
Zoom helped us out there for a second.
Zoom saved us there, Carl.
Yeah.
Who knows what gibberish that Lukey just said, but
I know what he said.
I said the F word. You said the F word for the Paul brothers.
Oh, okay. I thought I already established that, man. Fuck those guys. Like, I mean, is that something we can't say?
No,
fuck them.
No. The bundle of sticks.
He disparaged them in the most 80s way possible. I understand.
Yes, he made it seem like the two of them were in sexual relations with other men.
Gotcha. Understood.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, again, like I brought all that up, and you just dug in on it. The music definitely reflects in addition to the themes of the wrestling, the comic books, and everything. Definitely, the Puerto Rican pride is in there. So you talking about the science really behind what's going on in Puerto Rico, and with naming your joint "Pray for Puerto Rico." Yo, I think that's great. That's admirable of you to do that because it's serious right now, man.
Yeah. So the way I looked at it was I wanted to put the medicine in the candy a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what this hip hop's supposed to be.
Yeah. So that's why I started it off with. I was like, I'm gonna let my wife start the album off. Like, you know what I'm saying? What rappers?
Yeah, she went in.
What rappers are what rappers are doing that? But to be honest, man, like my wife is so like Puerto Rican, obviously to the core. Like she lives and dies for Puerto Rico. Like she stands on, just everything about her. She encompasses the whole being Puerto Rican, Puerto Rico, and just everything. So I knew when it came time to introduce the project, she wasn't happy with me calling the project "Pray for Puerto Rico" and not doing the due diligence of learning what's actually going on. You know what I'm saying? So she wouldn't even let me. Yeah, so she wouldn't even let me put the album out. She was like, "I don't want to hear nothing off this record unless you're doing your studies on this shit." So you know what I'm saying? So she told me like, yeah. So she's like, I was like,
a good one.
She's like, yeah. She was like, yo, I ain't doing no intro, no nothing until you could tell me what exactly is going on.
You know what's up, man? Yeah, shout out Mrs. Action Figure.
It's a good wife.
Yeah.
It's a good wife.
You want one that pushes you and elevates you. That's amazing.
Well, you know what they say. They say marry somebody who's too good for you, so you make yourself better every day to try to catch up. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's what it's all about.
100%. 100%.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Well, salute to her. Salute to you for staying down for Puerto Rico, man. All the Boricua, and you be repping for that act low. You know what I mean? So I assume, and you've already shouted it out. So you a low life. You heavy into the low ski. Where's your fly low? You need a low luchador mask, or where's that at?
Yeah, so
that'd be ill.
Nah, so that's when deal time comes, yo. That's when what I'm saying. Somebody like I got a whole idea for that. You know what I'm saying?
Already,
it's coming.
Okay.
It's coming. I just need the Rock Nation. I need the Griselda deal. You know what I'm saying? Give me the Rome Streets deal. You know what I'm saying? I'll give y'all the polo, man.
So what's up with Astra then, man? I mean, how y'all moving, man? What's going on with that?
So let me, yeah. I didn't even answer that question, man. So
I threw like several at once. It's okay.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. So with
it was
Astra,
a compound question.
Yeah. So how I got down with those guys, they put on a beat battle called Max Out. And they had me battling some of I don't know if you guys know about the Boppers out here in New York. There's like a crew called it's like a production crew called like the Boppers. They've done a lot of stuff with a lot of people. I just can't
who remembers
name them all. Yeah. So
never heard of them.
I can't think of the names, but they out there though. They were like Benji Socrates and then
okay, I heard Benji Socrates.
Yeah. They running kind of like that in the city, but they're like big like beat. So like they had this whole like beat battle, and I got cheated. I got cheated and lost. But they told me, they're like, yo, we run a studio, all this stuff. So when I had the idea for wrestling school, I spoke to them and I was trying to like book studio time.
Dope album. Shout out. Yeah, the wrestling school is a dope album.
Right. And then we did the session for wrestling school maybe like a couple of weeks later. And ever since then, I just been rocking with them because War's my engineer. That's his name, War Ready.
War Ready.
So
War Ready.
When I got with him, he knows how to like record me really good, and he got my voice to where like I've always wanted my voice to sound a certain way on record, and he was able to capture that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like little by little. You know what I'm saying? Like so. Then he has a partner named Carlito, and he does a lot of and him and Karsh Kappa, they do videos They're engineers as well. And, you know what I'm saying? They just had like a whole thing going on. And then they had BCP, and they introduced me to BCP. They were showing me a lot of their videos before I even knew them and shit. And one day we did a show out in Philly. We were driving back, and Lito was in the car with me, and he was just playing a bunch of like BCP shit. And I was like, "Yo, who is this?" And he's like, "Oh, this is a BCP. These are our people." So, all of this shit. He was like, "Yo, you want to work with them?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" And one day they just hit me up, and they were like, "Yo, Lito said you want to work. Send us some beats." And I sent them like maybe like 7 beats. They asked for 5, and I sent them 7, and they ended up going with 5. They ended up picking 5, but sent them the beats, man, and they were like, "Yo, we're gonna record the project October 31st." And anytime a rapper tells me, "Yo, I'm going to the studio to record your feature, your beat, whatever," I don't believe that shit for shit. So,
it happens, so, man. Yeah, sometimes you know. Shit happens.
I mean, yo, to the point, I've done that shit. I ain't any better. But
all the time.
So, yeah.
Rappers mean the best.
100%, yeah, 100%. But so October 31st comes, and I guess they texted me a video of them recording in the studio, and I'm hearing the beats in the background. I'm hearing it. So I was like, all right, cool. I was like, bet, yo, when y'all gonna send me that shit? And they actually sent it right away. I maybe got it like the next day, and you know what I'm saying, and it kind of just went from there, man. And I didn't even meet them. I didn't meet them until we did the Art of War video.
Okay, yeah, that was a dope video. I liked it. The black and white was epic. Very classic.
Yeah,
very belly. Yeah, you know what I mean.
We're trying to do the flavor in your ear.
Flavor in your ear. Oh yeah, that was it. Y'all nailed it. You nailed it. Absolutely.
Awesome. Oh yeah. So yeah, man. So met them like New Year's Eve, and I kicked it with them for like 2 days, man. And we did the video, and then I produced another record for them that ended up being on the project. What was that? The last song, the one where they're talking about she listens to that Biggie and that Biggerville.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up playing. I ended up playing the beat for them that same day. And Conspiracy is one of the people that I went outside to smoke a blunt, and he came outside, talked to me and shit. And he was like, "Yo, bro," he had seen the first video I dropped with the ballerina for Ultimo Dragon in WCW. And he was like, "Yo, the new video is crazy." He was like, "Yo, they've been playing us your records, like shit you've been recording. Like, yo, you're going crazy." He's like, "All my people's in Virginia fucking with you." He was like, "Yo, like, don't stop." He's like, "Yo, this year, just keep your foot on everybody's necks." He gave me like the ultimate, like, yo, rapper pep talk. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing. Yeah.
Just like, yeah,
dude,
like,
man.
yo,
Jeez, that's my man.
Oh yeah, man. Jesus is my guy, man. I love them brothers, bro. And to be honest, like, out of everybody that I've like really like produced records for, those are the guys that I really got like a crazy, like, I don't gotta play them like 10, 15 beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, I played them some, and they instantly got raps for them. You know what I'm saying? And we just have a good what's that called?
Camaraderie, chemistry.
Yeah.
Camaraderie. Yeah, all the above.
Yeah. So it just works, man. We got a formula, and it just works, man. But if it wasn't for them Astra guys, like, if it wasn't for like War, if it wasn't for Lito, if it wasn't for like my boy, my guy, Eric the Red, Kibo Heedy, like these guys, like yo, like before wrestling school, like they sat me down. You know what I'm saying? They were like, "Yo, like, what are you trying to do with the music?" I was telling them like whatever, it's a hobby. Like, this ain't nothing. Like, I was like, "Yo, like, I'm just doing this to do it. This is just fun." They're like, they were the ones like sat me down, like, "Nah, like, you gotta take this serious." They were like, "No, like you don't understand." Like, you know what I'm saying? They were trying to like sell me on the dream and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they were like, "No," they were like, "Yo, you don't understand what you're doing right now." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're more aware of like, I guess, what's going on. Like, outside of me.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
it's a big thing what you've done, man. You've contributed to the foundations of something that's happening, man. This is a Renaissance era that you're involved in. And not only that, you singled yourself out and made yourself significant by your introduction of the luchador mask, man. Like standing on that, pushing that, but not only that, your sonic contributions are also singular and resonate and will also be remembered. So yeah, this is very serious. It ain't a hobby. Once you start participating in the abyss, you know you in something serious, man.
I think I relate to them a lot though as well, because I'm the type of person that when I see somebody that has a lot of talent for something and they're not taking it seriously, I'm gonna sit them down too. You know what I mean? Like I hate wasted potential. And there are so many people that will float through that have talent. And I always say there's, you can have no talent but a lot of drive and get somewhere. Yep. You can have a lot of talent and no drive and not really succeed. The ones that have the talent and the drive, those are the motherfucking superstars. Those are the ones that are world class. Those are the ones that make a difference. And so just like they did you that solid because they see something.
Yep.
They see something that we all get to see now. Is that the talent is there, and you can't just float through that. You can't waste a talent like that. You have to use it, and you have to focus on it. So I'm glad they did that.
Like I could tell you, like the names that I just said, like a guy Key, Ward, Lito, Karsh Kappa, just the team in general, just everybody around, like Wolverine, Ose. You know what I'm saying? Just the whole team in general. They just, man, they really keep me like in line. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was being brought on the scene and shit with them, like I didn't know who people were. You know what I'm saying? And they're putting me on to people and shit. You know what I mean? Like I was like, they're like, yo, you got to shake this guy's hand. You know what I mean? They're like, yo, like go over here. Like, they really, really like brought me back into the shit. Like, cause I was like, yo, like. Because of like my prior experience, I was like, yo, I don't want to repeat that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was always like my fear, just like repeating, just going through the regular, rapper bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I can say it now that I enjoy like my time now, being that I'm 36. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 36, going on 37. But you know what I'm saying? But like I'm here and I'm older now. You know what I'm saying? So now like, I feel like I know how to maneuver a little bit more, and just having the right people around, like having the right team around is like so fucking important. So if it wasn't for these guys, they're the ones that like stepped up and really like, any idea I kind of come to the table with, let's do a marathon recording session. It was like, okay, like, yo, I want to do a music video in a boxing ring right now. Let's do it. Oh, I want a video with a ballerina. Let's find a ballerina. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys, like just, you know what I'm saying? They let me be, man. I don't know. Man. They just, they help make it happen. And you know what I'm saying? I'm nowhere without them.
That's amazing.
That's what's up.
What up, Carl? What else we got, bro?
So yeah, I know we're getting ready to wrap up here, but I know we've had you on the schedule for a little while, and I really appreciate you being patient, because this is one of those conversations where I think there can be a mystery to who you are, but people still need to know who you are. And that's what we want out of this platform, is to connect people with really dope rappers and get to know more about who they are personality wise and things like that. So, I really, really appreciate you coming on. I gotta shout those guys out again for pushing you, because what you've given us is amazing. And I know there's way more to come.
Appreciate that, man. Hell yeah, man. Also, man, I also gotta shout out Craig Dyer, man, because I think he kind of helped me. Yeah.
My mate.
He helped connect. Yeah, man. He helped connect me with Child, man.
Pause.
So when So when I remember, when I hit up Primo, I was like, yo, Craig told me to hit you up. I was like, I was like, weird. Yeah, I was like, shouts to Craig, man. I love that guy,
Shout him out.
Craig's amazing. I love that dude.
Yeah. This guy is like he was one of the first people to really like champion me. Also, I gotta say too, I tuned into to the Grim Moses episode, man, and I got to shout out Grim as well. He was one of like the first people.
He shouted you out.
He was one of those first. Yeah. I heard that. I was like, oh shit. I'm still waiting to hear that fucking song, by the way.
It's coming out. That album's about to come out. That project's coming out.
It's just about to drop.
Yeah, don't drink the Kool-Aid. That shit, that's a dope ass album name.
The cover art is amazing too.
Looks crazy.
Yeah. Nah, this is the thing. I've seen all of that. He announced it all and then disappeared.
Yeah, it happens. He's teasing people, man. You know, that's all it is.
Yeah, man. So I asked him, I was like, yo, he hit me up one day randomly. He was like, yo, we still got that record. I was like, cool. I was like, cool. I was like, yo, can you send me the master? I never got it. And yeah, I'm still listening to the rough version that I made like, a year ago. But, yeah.
Okay, there's a record. There's a record. I know we hopped in the DM and you said you had a record and you was gonna release it, you didn't release it. Can I hear that record?
Nah. The AP record? Nah.
I put mine out. I did mine that evening. Put it out.
Listen,
I did mine. When I say his name, don't say his name. I don't give him no play. You can say we talked about it.
It's already been said.
We did.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about him though.
Luki says, I don't want to talk about this thing. Remember this thing that we did? I don't remember. We're not going to talk about it though.
I don't want to say his name no more.
Coming into this pause.
Talk to this guy, man.
You know, I just found my cold open.
So that whole AP thing, I guess. Do you guys want to talk about that? I'll let y'all.
Go ahead, man.
It's up to you.
The floor is yours, my friend.
This is your show.
Yeah. So let me just say this: I want to bring this all together, and I'll talk about the record and Luki and all of that. Man, so early on, in 2022, I hit up AP the Overlord about getting on some music. Right? Cool. Sent him $100. He was like, "Yo, for $100, I'll do 2 songs." I'm like, cool. Up and coming guy. I'm like, I bet. Send him the money. Sends me back one record. Send me back one record, and I kid you not, like, this is like, I'm not even trying to like boast or diss the guy because I don't got a problem with him, but it is one of the worst fucking records you will probably ever hear. You know what I'm saying? So to the point that like he was still in the umbrella when this happened. So the record has a umbrella sound tag. You know what I'm saying? The whole nine. I let someone from Umbrella hear it. Not gonna say who. They heard it and they were like, "No offense to you, but that fucking Umbrella soundtrack does not deserve to be on there."
Wow.
Right. So that's what I'm gonna say about that record. So that particular record. But from that initial interaction, we were supposed to do a project. Well, I was paying him to get on my first project, Haberdashery. So then he gave me the wax song, and then he did a song called Grind Like My OG. I don't know if you guys ever heard that one. So produced that one. He ended up, so the record that I was really paying him to get on my project, he ended up taking the record and putting it on his own project. I didn't even find out the record was done until it was out on Bandcamp and all that shit. And I think I even had to buy the download too, which was kind of weird. He didn't even send me the songs. He didn't even send me the songs. So
wow.
So anyway, long story short.
I remember that.
So we were supposed to do. So mind you, we were supposed to do a EP, like a project together, and he kept asking me for beats, and then was like not doing the music. The music never came out. So mind you, from that time, that was November 2022, with Grind Like My OGs. I didn't have a lick of contact with bro, pause. And then the record that I produced I put out called Rap the Sport comes out. and it's Spit Gems, Danielson, and Lifelong, and I produce, and it's me on production. And I put that out. Paka puts it up for free. Insomniac Magazine puts it on the playlist. The whole nine. I get a voice note from AP the Overlord, and he was like, "Yo, I want to drop our project, but I'm not dropping anymore in 2023, so I'm gonna drop it in 2024." And from there, I just felt like Son was just playing with me. By that time, like I was like, "Yo, we're talking about like I hit Son up in July 2022, and then you're trying to put my like our shit together now, but not release it for like a whole nother year." I told bro amicably, like, yo, I don't even want to do it. So I took the beats back. We cool. We ended amicably. Like it was cool. Like it was no beef, nothing. And then out of nowhere that this record he dropped.
Yeah, he dropped this record.
Yeah, he dropped the diss record. He dropped the diss record and then mentioned me, Dabo, and
me,
the Umbrella, you, Luke Cage as well.
Rome Streets.
So
Rome Streets.
Rome Streets, Rap Marcy too, great guy.
What the fuck? I think
Kay Burns, I want to say Rome Mallory too, if I'm not mistaken, but maybe not. Anyway, so that record came out. And mind you, like somebody sent me that record on Twitter and I woke up from a nap. I woke up from a weed nap and somebody hit me up on my Twitter and was like, "Yo, are you gonna respond?" So I'm like looking, I was like, so I looked through my DMs, I looked on IG, email, and I was like, respond to what? And sure enough, so the kid sends a fucking Bandcamp link. So I look at it, I see it's a Bandcamp link. And I was like, oh, this is this record? And I click it, and then it shows that the shit from Life, and then it says AP the Overlord. I was like, get out. I was like, okay. Then I heard the record and then he said, he said, "I know that's not action figure walking around dressed like an action." So the way, to my interpretation of that record was, he was just saying, basically trying to say like, I'm not who I say I am and all this shit on my records and all that shit. Which I was like,
why?
Yeah. So mind you, no, like, yo, I ain't dissing. I ain't saying nothing about bro. I didn't talk about anything. And then came with the diss record. So I went to the studio and recorded a diss record back. Now the problem and the reason why I won't release the record, because I recorded the song in a room full of people and nobody knew who Son was. Nobody knew who Son was.
Take notes.
So nobody knew who. So mind you, nobody knew who Son was, right? So mind you, all my homies are like, "Who is this guy? Who is this guy?" Whatever, right? So boom, it's to the point that I was still gonna release it, right? And my homie Wolverine was made a cover, the whole nine. Right as I was about to like push the button, I was like sitting there thinking about it. I was like, yo, I was like, I played it for a bunch, like again, in that time, I played it for a few people. All my peoples and all the people around me and people that, you know what I'm saying, that I played it for, didn't even know who this guy was. And, you know what I'm saying, they're tapped into what's going on in the culture and what's going on. And they don't even know who this guy is. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, I'm not about to put out a diss record. Then it was like, right at the same time, it was like my comic book was coming out. Then a project, a set was coming out. And I was like, why am I going to put this out? And then, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, like, you know what? I was like, I'm going to dial this one back. And that's when, yo, I guess I sent it to the only people that have that. There's 3 people in the world that have that song, that have heard it. And it's Craig Dyer, Wolverine, and my homie Jay Rhymes. And it's to the point that if that record ever leaks. Yeah, so if that record ever leaks, I know who fucking leaked it.
Hit up Craig Dyer for a copy of song.
Ask Jay Rhymes.
Yeah,
I got something.
So then now back to Lukey, So Lukey, man. So again, Lukey hits me and he's like, yo, I heard you got a diss record. Why you ain't put it out?
Instigator.
But yeah, so Lukey sends me the most hilarious voice note about this guy. And it was to the point that I was like, I was going to hit Lukey and be like, yo, if I could put that voice note on the record, I was like, I'll release it. But then as I was typing the message to Lukey, I was like, nah, you know this guy's going to fucking say yes. I was like, yo, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I let it be.
Would say 100%.
But Son was supposed to drop what, 2 more?
He didn't even drop any of them.
Look at this year. So he told me to wait to drop our project, right? 2024. I don't think he's dropped one this year.
I don't follow him anymore, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I needed peace and quiet.
I don't know. Understandable. So yeah, like I didn't hear nothing. He put out a wrestling record that was like a Macho Man Randy Savage record. And to me it's just like, yo, bro, so you're gonna diss me and then try to, do what I do, and you know what I'm saying? It just it made me laugh because like I said, yo, mind you, like, yo, there was a point in time where this guy was above me at some point. And you know what I'm saying? And he fucked up. Like, yeah, like I would be mad at me too if I were him. This guy, like, yo, a guy that you just try to take advantage of is actually good and nice and dope at what he does. You know what I'm saying? You could have been the guy that, you know what I'm saying, been the first one on some shit. Like, pause, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have been the first guy with action figure. You could have been the first guy with action figure. You know what I'm saying? But
true indeed.
Yo, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. So yeah,
that's dope. That's dope. It's a dope story. To dial it back, a la Preem, AP the Overlord has connected the dots in this culture with a lot of people. So I can never take away credit for him for that. Of being a dickhead.
He's burned a lot of bridges too.
He really has burned.
That was the thing too. So during that time, yo, because of that, like, yo, I was having conversations with hella people on top of that. So like me and Vega, established the connection with Vega to Ronin. You know what I'm saying? People were hitting up like my camp. You know what I'm saying? People were hitting up people around me asking, oh, is he going to respond? And people were like, you shouldn't respond. So the people that told me not to respond, were people that, are of echelon, you know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers that people that are wiser than me, I guess, and, you know what I'm saying, are steps ahead in this game, basically told me, like, yo, son, don't waste your time.
Didn't that sound like smart advice, Lukey? From
they
smart
told me
people?
I ain't give a fuck. I told me I didn't give a fuck. I did 2 records. I ain't give a fuck.
And all you did was help him out.
All I did.
And get a call from the School of Mecca.
All our School of Mecca called me, yo. Hey, yo, boom. They was tight. You know what I'm saying? But I respect them and I love them.
But wait, wasn't it because you put footage in the video or something?
Yeah, of our School of Mecca.
It wasn't like shit of a lot of players, right?
Well, there was
brothers was tight.
There was one line about his initials and what they really meant that kind of got you into some hot water too.
And honestly, somebody that laughed, somebody that's cool with him, he laughed about that. Yeah, they laughed about it. A fuck boy, I know your whole style. AP stands for a pedophile. Anyway, yeah.
I think I did like A minor.
Yeah, hey, yo, son.
Yikes. Lukey the innovator. Lukey the innovator.
You were the first one.
I get Kendrick.
First one,
yeah. But low key,
yeah, hold up. Yo, before we end, can I give flowers to Luke Cage? Pause. Yeah. So
thanks,
of course.
So hold up. So when you followed, I think you followed me, and then I think you followed my guy Wolverine. And let me tell you, the group chat was on fucking fire with Luke Cage. I followed us. My son was like, yo, do you think we could get an intro from?
Oh, yeah, you want one? All right.
Hey, we got one. If we could, hey, by all means.
Yeah, man, yeah. Tell me what to, cool. Just let me know. I'll probably do it this weekend. I got to do Wino Willie. Pause. I got to do Wino Willie's joint. Pause. That's another pause. I got to do Wino Willie's joint. Hey, I'll do yours.
You keep saying it.
Yo. I don't know what else to say. Yeah,
Yo,
definitely, man.
Did you ever get? Are you still waiting on your Conway feature?
No, that's no. The deal is, it's
You've been
all
listening
love.
for a minute. Okay, all right.
That's how I know, because the fanzine was back doing the first podcast, so I know this motherfucker. I probably walked past you at a show or some shit and know you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
definitely I have. Anyway, definitely I knew that when I was listening to the Dude from Queens interview. That was like, I don't know, that was a while ago. But boom, I think I know this dude. I think I walked past this dude somehow at one of these shows with that nigga from Rome Street. I don't know, but boom. Anyway, boom. Yeah, you get a joint. Yeah, we got to have fair trade though. How about we do a joint? You know what I'm saying? Fair trade.
Send the beat.
All right, word. I just dapped you. You didn't see that shit.
Making magic.
I mean, we low key talk about the same shit. It's like some comic book cocaine killer nigga rap. You know what I'm saying? Word. It's like action packed, man. It's like somebody's gonna get murdered on shit. Then brought back to life and murdered again. Word. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I gotta sit back, go to the vault, see what I got, and then probably get a Dread Eye joint. Oh, we might get a Carl joint. Carl got some heat over there too. I still ain't did the Carl joints. Pause. Yeah, so boom. Yeah, Pause. Carl got real drums too. Carl got drums, like real drums. I'm not talking about the
like
guns.
live shit?
I just got my titties done. Yeah, you got Carl probably got drums or guns on guns too.
He's like AJ Hall and shit.
I mean, I shout out to AJ Hall.
AJ Hall, right?
I'm not the beat pack master, but pause.
Good job.
But no, AJ's phenomenal, and that dude produces some amazing work. But I kick around the drum set a little bit.
Who got the AJ Hall pack? That was Finn?
Probably.
Who got the pack from AJ Hall?
Probably.
AJ Hall Gate sent.
I think a lot of people have gotten packs from
Future Wave did. Future Wave.
Raul Duke.
I know you could pay him to get customs and shit too.
I think Bless got a couple of them too.
Really? I just go to YouTube.
AJ Hall working, man.
He's dedicated to his craft, though. Like, I don't think people understand how much work he puts into changing up the sound of his kit in different ways to get different sounds, and the number of different snares that he uses, but then the way he tunes them and different ways he mics them and all of that stuff before he even gets into the process of the electronic stuff or the digital stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's a master. I mean, he's really, people don't give him enough credit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's doing a lot of analog shit too, and he's recording.
I love analog
reels and all of that.
Oh yeah, reel to reel.
Jedi's doing that right now. Jedi's doing
reel
to reel.
It's different.
Excuse me. Yeah. That's gross.
It's warm. Yeah. You hear the real life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the warmth. Pause. You feel it in real life. Shout out to everybody out there for wearing condoms, so I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are married, so I ain't got. Word. Hey, yo, boom. That's how you do it. I'm out here playing Russian roulette with my dick. I'm joking. I'm not. Anyway, boom. Action figure.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much for coming on the joint. Pause.
You know
what I'm saying? Yeah, 155 issue of the motherfucker. Keep on doing your thing, man. I know I don't gotta tell you to do it. Cause definitely, man. Cause a couple people like you got their own little lane. You know what I'm saying? Or how about this? People out there are trying to do what you do, but it's not as good. Like our cousin Feo, he does a soccer rap. And ain't nobody doing it like that. That shit is phenomenal.
Him and Juco got that shit on lock, man.
Oh my God.
That's a guy.
Death of the Derby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Death of the Derby. You know what I'm saying? Yo, they got some new shit coming out, yo. Shout out Cuzzo, man. I'll be playing Cuzzo's records on the record player, and it's not a Technic. It's not a Technics joint. Yeah. But boom, this has been SU 155 of the Motherfucker the Best podcast with my man, action figure, Viva la Puerto Rico. And remember, girls can't get pregnant through the mouth. Yeah. Yeah.